listening to the Hanging from the Rafters podcast.
I dislike it on a personal
I dislike
level.
it extremely.
I'll
I don't
play much
hate
more
it,
then.
but I dislike it to the point where if you don't stop, I may hit you.
With Chris Rafter,
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Why don't you go back to fucking France or wherever the
I'm
hell
not
you're
a-
from?
Pull it out. Let's see it. What are we even fucking doing here?
Austin Rafter,
I can't believe what's happening to me. You ain't going nowhere.
Fans.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
and Bryce Silver.
Ghana herpes syphilitis. I got it from this one tramp that I was with. Come on, you idiot. You gonna? What do you mean? Anyway, brother, here's Wonderwall.
That was terrible.
And well, you know, getting high as shit on coke and drunk as fuck on. Well, what else would you get drunk on? Alcohol and power.
On power.
They were getting drunk on power, like electricity though, not
Absolute
like.
power.
Always
Not
drunk
like-
on power.
Well, you know, it's the life you
I'm high on
choose.
life.
It's the life you choose, dude. That's what makes you happy in this world.
It's the life you choose. Fucking shit, dude.
Who would have known that Tony Hawk Pro Skater would be so fun when you have the no fault cheat on?
Yeah.
I don't.
I'll bet you don't.
You're a dirty liar.
You've seen me fall multiple times.
Yeah, well, I'm not paying attention to those parts. I'm paying attention to there you go. There's one.
Yeah.
No,
I
you
just fell
suck
on
'cause you
purpose.
fell. Fucking, you're terrible at this game forever.
It's
Loser.
funny because this game was like so bad the
Is this
first
a
time
Santa
around
Cruz?
that they had to go and they had to remake 2 of them
Yeah, it's
to
so
like
bad.
redeem themselves for such a shitty game.
20 years later.
20 years later, same thing for Final Fantasy VII. Like that's the one thing I'll always remember about Tony Hawk and Final Fantasy VII is that their games sucked so much ass
Like they're pieces
when they
of
first
shit.
came out that they had to fucking redo them almost 20 years later in both cases. So it's like, I mean, what are they letting these first guys even make video games for if they were so shitty you had to remake it?
Well, fucking the Tony Hawk isn't even the Insomniac people.
I'm just I don't know, man. I'm
Or,
wondering like
Neversoft,
when they made
I
when they made it on PlayStation and PlayStation 2 and all that shit. Fucking, what were they thinking? Like these graphics are terrible, man. Like what?
Yeah.
Why don't you just have better graphics?
What retarded retards.
Yeah, they should have just had better graphics. Then it would have been, you know, amazing. You know, like no, we were stuck with this like really shitty. Oh, there goes the bong. That's empty, man. That shit's done.
Jesus, dude.
Stinky.
Walk
bro.
much?
I haven't been out of the house, so I'm learning to walk again. It's troublesome.
Learn to walk again.
Here I go again on my own.
Down, down.
Down the only road I've ever known.
Shaky
We're not supposed to be singing right now. We're
bar.
actually supposed to be. We're
Was
actually
a
supposed to be
shaky
talking about stuff. I
bar
think at least. Are we even
I've
live? I hope we're live.
known.
Rafter hasn't done his like, you know, wait for us to finish a spot and then, you know, say a thing. I would like to let all of our viewers and
stinks.
listeners at home know that this room smells like pure bong water now, and it's fucking fantastic.
I remember.
Someone's talking to Rafter. He was about to do it. Did you hear that?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
I think it's probably Justin trying to make sure his sound's coming in because I don't think if he's on, I don't think we can hear him.
Oh, shit.
But that's hella funny because like just the moment I call it out, your brother's like about to do it, and
He's
then
had his dudes. Yeah, his
I can't wait for him to
I
actually.
can't want to take it from him. Just be like fucked up.
Yeah, like next time he tries to go for it, like interrupt him again,
Fucking
like
quick
really
inter-
hard, and then like right
Quickly
when there's
say it before him.
right when the moment presents itself the third time is when you just like
Yeah.
steal it.
I
That would be
remember
great.
fucking in high school, I was smoking some weed with some friends and like.
Oh no, I was
I was-
smoking some weed.
Oh shit! I was smoking some weed. And fucking, I like knocked over a bong, and I just like looked at it like a jackass. I didn't say anything, and just like watched the water run all down their fucking garage.
Like you're studying it or something. Like, well, guys, did you see that? Fucking the bong is like just spilling. It's wild, isn't it? So we got the cleaning crew in here right now.
The wrecking crew in here.
Well, that's the great thing about the
Wrecking
situation is that you got a person who is like doing both jobs. You know, power strip's dope, man. Like you don't want that to have a bunch of bong water in it.
It's dope.
Otherwise, you gotta get another one. And power strips are dope, so you don't like hurting them. I actually had like I kept every power strip that someone left at a show. for
Really?
like a long time. Like just people, you know, like
Nice.
leave random shit.
That's
Yeah.
a great collection
Yeah,
to
it's a come
have.
up.
Like,
And it honestly, it really is. Like you
That's
get all these
honest-
ones with surge protectors and shit. Like
that's probably the most useful assortment of random crap you have ever accumulated in your life.
well, you do it too. You go around, you ask people, "Hey, power strip." You leave power strip, and usually, like, you gotta stay away from the sound guy because he'll lie to you about it. Yeah, that's ours.
Useless.
It's like,
Really?
no. They can't be on, you fool. They cause wind factor.
It's too loud.
But yeah, like that, it's like the most useful tool. But the sound guy always needs
I don't know,
another.
all the other ones were on, so. I
It
didn't do
seemed good. Well, Rafter is a fucking fascist and turned off our fans, so we're gonna die in
that. So
fucking
this podcast
just
is
our
gonna
own
be about
sweat.
10 minutes long.
We're gonna
No,
be
he hates
Antifa.
us. Rafter hates us. That's why he did it, to
fucking
punish us. It has nothing to
dying.
do with the sound quality.
I'm dying.
It has nothing to do with the sound quality
Yeah,
or
honestly,
anything
it
like
sounds
that.
Worse now.
Yeah, to be completely honest, now you have to hear us. And like that is not why people tune in. They tune in to
hear
hear
me.
the pleasant breeze of a living room gust.
Easy, Jazz.
This is your host, Larry Merbles, or what is it? Derry Merbles, right? Derry Merbles filling in for Michael Thomas, who was over filling in for me. I love when they do
I
that.
don't even think he says me. He's like,
There-
who's
it's-
filling in for
it's-
Derry Merle?
Yeah, I think he says. I think he says. This is me, Derry Merbles, filling in for like Michael Thomas, who let's see, who's filling in for David so and so, who is filling in for Michael Thomas. Like they basically like switch shows. He's like, hey, I'm gonna do this other show this week. You fill in for me.
It's a three-way switch.
Yeah, but these two guys are just filling in for like they just went to. Was like, why did you do this in the first place?
Why would you do
Because
that?
I'm dumb.
Because I felt like it. That's,
Because we wanted to try each other's jobs.
it seemed like it'd be a fun thing. You know, there's like bring your kid or
We
your dog to
watched-
work day. I just figured like cut out the middleman and like I can't make my kid work, so I'll just work for your place instead because I hate my job.
We watched Trading Spaces yesterday and became inspired.
Is that where they became
I think,
inspired?
I don't even know if I'm thinking of the right show. But.
Yeah, trading spouses is
Trading
what you were going
Spouses.
for. Yeah, and they bone and everything.
And
Is that what
what's
it is?
Trading Spaces?
Trading spaces, they do homes. They
Didn't
two
it was
families.
like wife swap? Wasn't that? Was there a show
I think
called
wife swap's a thing,
Yeah.
but they never show them banging, which they did a bunch of
that's
times.
the only reason I tuned in. I was disappointed every week.
Well, I guarantee you, like most of those other like reality shows, there's that's the only wrinkle in their everyday life is like, oh, for let's just call it 8 hours, you got to go to the house or whatever their house, and you got to live there for 8 hours, and then you get to go home at the end of the day.
Guys, you're listening to the Rafters podcast. I'm here with Tony Hawk, Timmy, Bryce, and Austin.
And it's a great day for hay. Fucking
Is this
Great
supposed to
day
be
for
you,
hay.
Tim?
Yeah,
This character supposed
obviously.
to be you?
yeah. Tim
you're
wears a
so
backpack.
fucking gay. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, dude.
Tim is playing Tony Hawk right now, and I
Wait.
don't know if we're gonna be able to talk about anything else except for how bad this
Hey,
game is.
turn this off. It's
Or the
very
old one.
distracting.
No way, dude. This is perfect. I actually kind of like it. So, just so you all know, today is Batman Day, which basically means why aren't we watching Batman, you sick sons of bitches?
Batman.
Is it really Batman Day? though?
Who's Batman? Is that what you said?
No, I said, is it really Batman Day?
Yeah, it's not like
not really.
necessarily the day it came out. They have one every year, like around, I think, 2 or 3 different dates, usually during the summer or the fall, to coincide with Comic-Con. And it's
Sons
just
of
like
bitches.
it's just like I don't know
Comic-Con.
I don't know why they would do that any different than the day he was first on like
Yeah, first like
in
came
a
out
comic in
Detective
39
Comics
or
something.
yeah, exactly. Like if, existed anything, maybe his first movie, first cartoon.
First blowjob.
First blowjob.
Yeah. Batman's first blowjob like should
First
be
That he
Reach around
gave.
with
That he
Robin.
gave.
that he gave.
Yeah, first reach around with Robin. And, come on, dude.
Taught Robin how to pleasure a man. Apparently, there is a young girl version of Robin.
I thought you were about to say there is a weird comic where they are fucking.
There should be.
Well,
I'm
that
sure there is,
too.
but it's probably not written
Batman
by DC
fucks a
or
young
anybody else.
boy.
Yeah.
They do. I know that. In the Boys
Robin.
comic, they do
That
a
is
fucking.
also a thing.
Their Batman character is called Tech Knight, and at one
Tech
point
Knight.
he gets like a fucking cancer in his like brain cancer, and it makes him like super
He's full on
horny,
AIDS.
and he has to like tell his fucking like his Robin character, he's like, you need to fuck off, cause I'm gonna fuck your asshole if you don't.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I thought it was weird that in The Dark Knight Returns they had Carrie Kelly in several precarious positions, and she's like a 14-year-old girl, and it's
You're a
like
14-year-old
this is
girl.
this
Oh,
is not a
yeah.
good look, Batman.
I've always
The
said
good
that about
shit.
you.
Being like bent over oddly in a Prius or what?
Well, I mean, she's wearing the comic
Oh.
accurate Robin gear, which
She
is
has
to
big,
say
giant
like
eyes.
a fucking
Oh, yeah.
bikini, you know, like for her, you know, she's not wearing pants or a
bikini.
skirt.
That four,
She's
that
really
like
wearing those-
4 boys wore
Superheroes don't wear
before her.
pants.
You know, apparently not, dude. They don't wear no slacks or jeans.
No
I feel like
slacks.
most of them wear jeans. That's what I always liked about Connor Kent, the Superboy character, is that he wore a black
He has a
shirt
penis.
and you know just jeans. And he also has a painter.
He's got a huge cock.
Most people don't know this, but Superman doesn't actually have a dick.
Nope.
No.
Pretty easy to grab somebody's leg during a kick if they're wearing pants, I guess. I don't know.
Good point. I mean, yeah, you just like
That's
grab the
only-
top
that's
of
the
it.
only thing I could think of is maybe it's not functional to have loose
Got his
pants.
ass.
I suppose so. Not too loose, at least. Maybe they wear skinny jeans. You ever think about that? That'd be weird, though, at the same time.
Isn't that what fucking Casey Jones wore in Ninja Turtles? Was it skinny jeans?
No, that was in the 90s. I think he wore.
Like
if you're
hockey
talking about the
pads?
90s,
Yeah,
Are you
but he
talking about
was
the
wearing
animated in
jeans
the
underneath,
80s?
right?
he was wearing jeans, but not skinny jeans. That wasn't the thing
Yeah,
back
he
then.
wasn't some sort
Didn't
of
they
gay.
didn't they make a Casey Jones, one of the Michael Bay ones? Like the
Yeah,
second
it
Michael
was
Bay one?
Stephen Amell from Arrow, the
Oh,
Green Arrow
yeah.
guy. He played Casey Jones. I didn't really like his characterization. It was basically them like doing his happy Green Arrow character, where he's
don't-
like he's very cheerful and very kind and
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like what? He was a little bit of a badass at times, but like there wasn't that whole like hockey trash talk that he does when he's
Oh, yeah.
beating the shit out of Raph in in Central Park or whatever. In the
Yeah.
second one, no, the first one. I love that.
Throw me that about
He's all like, oh, what does he say? He's like Wayne Gretzky, you know, when he has the two clubs,
Yeah.
and then he like stops him and then nice.
Somebody saw that.
No, we didn't see anything, and
saw
your
it.
terrible
I
and
saw
fearful catching of a freshener.
Well, I tried to arc it a little lower, and it ended up going straight at his head.
I throw overhand, Charlie.
I throw
You know
overhand.
You know that, Charlie. I throw
Well,
overhand.
I threw it with 2 fingers. I didn't think it was gonna fly across the room.
You just
What
fucking
a
like
retarded
threw it like a
retard.
boomerang.
It was like
just
bong water in this
all
joint.
fucking
Perfect
side
layer of
sidearm
mimic,
and shit.
yeah.
But yeah, I love that part in the first Ninja Turtles movie where eventually like he's gone through like two or three different kinds of weapons. He's like, okay, like, all right, we're gonna play a new game, and he pulls out the cricket bat, and he's just like, what is that? And then he's like, huh, cricket, and he's like, cricket? What are you talking about, cricket? Where I'm from, you have to understand crumpet before you can understand cricket. And then he just gets belted in the chin into a garbage can.
There we go.
It smells really great in here right now. This podcast brought to you on Smell-O-Vision. Febreze. Make
like
sure
bong
that you
water.
clean your stank ass up. Febreze.
So now that we're talking about him, I kind of want to know if there's like any arc in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where like Casey Jones gets like mutinized.
There almost certainly is something of that nature.
There's got to be there's got to be a point where he gets turned into some sort of mutant. I think we're good.
Or where they show his penis. There we go.
Hey, turn it off when you're turning around
Sounds
there,
fun.
kiddo.
Sounds great.
No.
It
No,
does
just
tight.
keep
It's
going.
okay.
It's good. It's good. We haven't had any technical difficulties on this entire show. Can you believe
It's
that?
been on smooth.
It's
Smooth
it's,
as
it's been
fuck.
going good, and I like that.
It's already tight.
Get it right.
Fucked it up.
Get it right.
Fucked
Get
it
it
up.
right.
Get it tight.
Get
So
it
I
right.
broke our mic. Podcast over forever. Sorry.
We
I'm
decided to
fucking
kill
calm, dude.
Tim. Good news.
Everybody, this just in.
We got all your letters.
We're gonna make a show of it.
Whatever.
The whole thing. We're gonna strap him to a table in the middle of this room. I mean, I say we do the Satanist
It's
thing
gonna be-
first and just see if it works.
Well, no, it's gonna be
Hail
me
Santa.
and Joe in a
Hail
battle to
Satan.
the death.
Okay, that would be like I think that's
Your
the last
two most
resort.
common
I think that's
guests.
the last resort because that's the easiest one to do. All we really need to
This
do
is
to
my
bribe.
last resort.
All we really need to
suffocation.
do to bribe Joe is offer to play him a game of Magic and then bet that and then have Rafter play him, and so
We're gonna
that
fight him.
when Rafter wins, then he has to do the fight to the death against Tim, and
There you go.
he'll be bound by Magic card agreement rules.
But the magic
Probably wanna
law,
give Joe a
law of
gun.
magic rules.
Well, yeah. Maybe he gets a gun with like it's a revolver and it's got 2
Gun?
bullets in it, but he doesn't know which ones. And then you can get like a baseball bat with a nail in it.
You can nail it,
I
dude.
still win.
Nailed it.
Well,
Nailed it, dude.
That is my
I
weapon
don't,
of
I don't
choice
think
as
he'll pull
well.
the trigger. That's the problem.
I think it would
It's
be
scary,
funny,
bro.
bar, if they
It's scary to
once-
shoot nothing.
once
Pull the
every-
trigger. You won't.
I think it would be funny, bar, once everything opens that up, go to a fucking magic tournament, and if you lose, just be like,
Start
by the
coughing.
laws of magic, I must give you one of my fingers, and like you pull a knife out of your bag, it's like, here we go.
Get your ass kicked
What
out
the
immediately.
fuck?
You pull a knife out of your bag. Everybody's like,
a meat cleaver.
a big ass fucking Bowie knife.
Does
Some
not
of those guys
everyone
are
bring
Republicans.
one?
They might be packing.
Yeah, that's always been weird to me is when geeks are hella like conservative or redneck or
conservative
anything
or
like that.
Trump
Any
dude.
kind of like, more. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but
aren't
like,
you people supposed to
No
be
one
smart?
really does.
They took a beating.
Oh, what do you mean, you people?
yeah, you gotta be
Hey.
careful with that, man. The Magic
You people have been
group,
through a lot.
What do you mean, you people?
Geek Americans.
geek Americans now.
God
But there's a
bless
distinction to make
geek
between
America.
geek and nerd too. A nerd actually it implies academic superiority, whereas
Yes.
a geek is more like
This is an
entertainment.
important
Comic book
distinction.
superiority.
Yeah, it's more like entertainment value.
I'm
But-
glad you brought that up.
Yeah, it's a very important distinction we all need to make because everybody always says like, "Oh my God, I'm such a nerd. I love to play Mario Kart," and
And
it's
then
like,
there's Bryce.
no,
who's
you're a
just
geek. "Yeah, I'm just a
I'm
geek."
such a nerd.
Hence-
I memorized the
I
dictionary.
could be either or in this case, right? Because a
No.
geek would also over-explain something that you got wrong on purpose.
Yeah, whatever.
You're like,
nerd.
why did Captain Picard not take the One Ring to Mordor like with
Yeah,
his
but
thing?
nerds are smart.
Nerds are the smarter ones.
Shots
Yeah, I had to
fired.
think about that, so I must be a geek.
Whoa! Do you hear those shots that Tim just fired?
Yeah, actually, there's one right here on my left chest, and then there's another one on my right, and then I'm also bleeding out from my heart.
Are you gonna be all right?
No, I'm dying.
Okay,
That's what's happening.
good.
Speaking of dying, did you hear that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died yesterday? Turn on your thing because you missed the Saturday Night Live joke.
You, Ruth Bader, believe it.
Yeah, finally, right?
And that's,
that's
a
from,
king's
It's
bird.
like,
Trump.
damn it, that pancreatic
Yes.
cancer couldn't work fast enough. Have you seen all these people that are like going on like I don't have History
all over,
Channel in my
man. They're
likes,
gonna
but it's
get
it's popping up now
a
because she
asshole.
died
Didn't she die yesterday? Or
yesterday
this
of pancreatic cancer
They
at
already-
87.
YouTube-
Champion of
Hulu
women's rights.
already has a full documentary for it.
Yeah.
They've been making that for months.
Oh well, when she got pancreatic
She's going
cancer and
down.
came clean about it, like everybody knew, it's not much time left.
She's
That's
probably not gonna
This is
live.
the end.
that is literally one of the most like you're just not gonna live from pancreatic cancer. That colon cancer and a few others like
It's an
I
those
like-
extreme.
leukemia kind of stuff. Like that's pretty much a death sentence.
I like shit like that is what shows you that they don't actually have a cure for cancer. Like, there's no secret cure for cancer. I
They
feel
wouldn't
like
be
if they
giving it to
did,
politicians
They'd
alone.
be
I'd
handing
say
that
that much.
shit to someone
And
like
especially
that.
not Supreme Court justices, unless they had like the the right people in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's worried about that right now too. I think it's great.
There's no camera.
I think it's very healthy actually
I
that
thought we could
everybody's
do this
freaking the fuck out over the next Supreme Court
You are
justice might be.
fired.
You know why? Because these people
communism?
freaking out about it are the same people that couldn't get their peers to vote for the right person the
Oh,
last
yeah.
election.
Couldn't get their fucking shit
They
together.
couldn't get their
Get
shit together.
together.
Like, I think it's hilarious. Everybody's fucking like, oh, you see why maybe it was a bad idea the DNC fucking just outed Bernie at the end of his campaign against Hillary?
Whoops.
That might have been a bad
Whoopsie-doodles.
move, huh? Are you starting to see the repercussions for the actions?
The only person that could have gotten a vote this year.
Oh, my God, dude. And they did it to again. They pushed him right out the fucking front door with Elizabeth Warren and the rest of them. There's oh, sorry, you can't be president. Like,
Get out of here.
hey, well, come on, man. We thought we told you this last time. It's like, okay, cool, you're one good shot. And then there's guys like Andrew Yang and stuff like him where they have great ideas and stuff, but they're not really prominent figures. And so, like, this shit starts happening, and everybody's like, oh, these fucking Trump supporters. It's like, hey, man, they went and voted. You couldn't inspire enough people to vote,
They
much
got in
less
there.
vote for the right people. Like, that's fucked.
Don't be
That whole
hungry.
shit's fucked. But have you seen the stuff that Tim's been posting in the group chat?
The penis pics, yeah.
No.
Yeah,
His
no,
penis.
those are great. I like the daily one,
Those are
the
just
morning.
for you guys. Shut the fuck up.
No, we're trying to make everybody else jealous, dude. We're not going to show
Yeah.
them.
He's talking about these fucking bitches that are like going on like
Fucking
Instagram
bitches.
or whatever, and like. So I told my kid that Ruth Bader
My 3-year-old
Ginsburg
child-
died, and he had like a full-on meltdown. Like,
Oh,
shut
there's
up.
He thought the
There's a
world
full-
was going to
fuck up.
end.
There's a whole subreddit dedicated to that called That Happened, and it's just when people say shit like that, and it's like people will fucking comment. It was like,
So-
oh, did everyone clap after that?
Yeah.
So the last like 24 hours has been like that happened, but only for Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, yeah, it's just fucking.
What
We
really
all
gets me
cried.
is all the
Phone,
people that
hang on.
never paid half a fuck attention to any of this stuff, including her, up until fucking CNN, writes the little article about her accolades. I'm not saying she wasn't a great person to have as a justice, but it's just funny seeing people come out of the woodwork with politics because people like freak out over everything now. And I do think this is a weird thing, but
It's fun.
are we really posting how your infant son said his first words and they were Ruth Bader
Hey,
Ginsburg?
it makes me look like.
Let him read
I-
one of these things,
So
dude.
got my shit right.
Read I'd say read the first one you sent.
I have two for you to choose from. One is 10-year-old fucking Ruth Conda.
Your mic, put your
And
mic
the
up.
One is 10-year-old Ruth Conda,
It's up.
and the second is autistic kid.
Wrong way.
The first one is Ruth Conda, and then our autistic kid.
Ruth Conda. That was
or
Ruth Conda.
5-year-old
You want a
autistic
Ruth
kid?
Conda
Like
or
a
autistic kid?
Wakanda thing?
Ruth
Yeah,
Conda.
yeah.
Oh, good God.
So which one, Ruth Conda?
Yeah, let's get
or
that Ruth
autistic?
Conda.
Okay. So here's the first one. Just told
No,
my
it's not
10-year-old
on.
Just told my 10-year-old daughter about hashtag RBG. She had tears in her eyes, and then she did the Wakanda pose and said, Ruth Conda forever, which
Holy
is the
fucking
sort
shit.
of pop culture crossover that I can celebrate.
I feel
Shut
like
Shut the fuck up.
I feel like
Shut up.
everything. I feel like everything. Once you get to the last sentence, the last part of the sentence is a pop culture thing I could celebrate. Right there is how you know this is bullshit,
Oh, you
dude.
made
And
this
you know
up.
what? I will say a little kid would probably do something like that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be
Oh,
entirely
yeah.
surprised, but I somehow don't
No,
believe that kid
That last
even
little line.
knows.
That last line shows you that she sat down and thought about this all day. What would be a good thing for me to post that everyone's gonna fucking love?
Either this didn't
And he's like,
happen,
"Oh, my daughter."
Either this didn't happen or it was heavily prompted.
People are such fucking cock smoking assholes
So-
with that shit.
Well, even then, she might have actually like sat her kid down and like talked to her like she was really smart, about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which is something you should do with your kids, obviously.
While
like
watching
give
Black
them,
Panther.
while watching Black Panther, and like that's probably all the kid really cared about at the time. And so you make her sound like this great person, and she is. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was badass, but like
But the kid's a piece of
the
shit.
kid's a piece of shit. And the best part is the mom probably didn't know much about her
Yeah,
in the first
very,
place,
very
and then
little.
read the CNN article or whatever preferred thing they like to, whatever rag they like to read.
Saw a hashtag or something.
Yeah,
Like,
and just
oh,
went
shit.
through, reading some nice little puff piece. Everybody thought John McCain was a goddamn Nazi until he died, and then all of a sudden Democrats loved him, which I thought was weird. So it's just it's funny you see this kind of stuff go on,
dude,
stuff
as
that could
soon as
really
Trump
affect our
shit on
political
him.
structure.
As soon as Trump shit on him, that made Democrats love him.
Oh
He's
yeah,
a
exactly.
good
That
guy,
was
yeah.
definitely it.
How dare he?
At his funeral, no less, right?
How dare you? Like 3 years ago, you're like, "You guy's a piece of shit."
We did it while
and
they were
like,
running.
and then he says something bad about him. You're like, "How dare he? He's a war hero."
He has
What the
cancer.
fuck?
He has cancer. Well, I mean, he should have been a war hero from the start. And
No.
Wait, well, he did that My Fellow Prisoner shit, and they're just like, what a piece of shit.
yeah, right.
You
Fuck
fucking say the
you.
wrong word, you fucking piece of
No,
fucking
I'm not equating
shit.
to Ruth Bader. I'm not equating Ruth Bader Ginsburg to John McCain. All I'm saying is like there are people that you could tell that are like saying that kind of stuff, having no real knowledge of
They
it.
just want the fucking likes.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know that much about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I don't know that much about
Educate
John McCain.
yourself.
Do
I
you
just
guys
thought
want
she
to hear
was-
the next garbage mother?
Yeah.
Wake up, dude.
This is the autistic one?
Yeah, so here's
autistic
one with the autistic son. I was sobbing and fixed myself up to get my autistic son towards bed. He asked what was wrong, which
No,
is a
he
pretty
didn't.
big deal for him. I only had red eyes, no crying. I told
crying.
him flatly that
She was
RBG
baked.
died. He said, "Gosh damn it." He asked if he was at risk as a mixed kid. I said no. I said we wouldn't let that happen, but I don't know. He said, "What about women?" I said that it was too early. We just don't know yet. He said he didn't think this generation would let this happen.
I think.
Wait,
I think
you didn't think this
Did an
generation would let an
autistic- Did
she just say he's
86-year-old woman
autistic?
die?
Yeah,
It's
your
a-
kid might
it's a
not
lot
be
of talking
autistic.
for an autistic
That's
child.
a lot of talking.
Yeah.
And like
And then he sat down
responding.
and he read a novel out loud. And then he invited his friends over and they spoke
and they played and left. And
of fanciful things.
with their dungeons and their dragons.
Jesus
He
fucking
suddenly,
Christ,
he suddenly
lady.
learned all of human emotion and social structure in
he's
a
very
day.
shallow and pedantic.
Yes, shallow and pedantic.
I agree, Charles. Down.
Like, these fucking people. Like,
I really hope to God we're just being assholes and this isn't true. I
It's
really hope
definitely
we're just being
It
assholes and what we
certainly
believe
is
is
not.
wrong because honestly, like
Honestly, it's
this
not
is
mine.
it feels like you can't write this stuff any better. First of all, one thing that really gets me is when people like they either miss those marks, the autistic and the talking. I don't know if that's important or not, but regardless, you go to calling her RBG because it's the internet, and now she just sounds like a fucking rapper to me. Everybody's calling
this
her
one
the
goes out to
notorious.
RBG.
that's
Everyone's
kinda-
calling her that.
that's
Notorious
kinda what-
RBG.
That's kind of what the bit is in like Saturday
Yeah.
Night Live. Like they put on hip hop music and she starts dancing.
There you go.
And then makes fun of somebody and goes, ooh, that's a Ginsburn.
There we go. That's what you were saying
I
earlier.
really don't
God
think
damn it.
like
God damn
I
it.
really
You know
don't
what?
think
This country
Ruth Bader
deserves everything it's
Ginsburg-
getting right now.
Yeah.
Why
Take
Just
it,
for
not?
that
Yeah.
shit.
take it and fucking like it, you pieces of shit.
We voted for Obama twice, and we said that should be good. That's what we did. We voted for Obama twice, and then after that, we're like, that should be fine.
It always goes hard the other way.
It does. That's how it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how America goes, right? It's usually a 1 or 2 term, and
Well-
it's tit for tat. It goes either
Yeah.
8 years one way, and
I
then
like
8
tits.
years the other, or 4. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of falls. It's like roulette. It really
So-
is.
It's that last 4 to 8 years didn't work out for me, so I got to really do something to change it.
For real, right?
You gotta get your shit together.
Meanwhile, the other side's happy, so they don't, and that's why it changes.
Well, it's funny too because I saw a post saying that like people are afraid what this next Supreme Court nomination is going to do for America in terms of like our freedom and things like that. And our own personal more left, not necessarily leftist, but like more left views. Like I think they're talking about Roe v. Wade right now, right? The abortion bill.
Yeah.
The case.
You're gonna flip it over.
They're gonna flip it over.
Everybody having
I don't
children
necessarily.
now.
I'm not gonna say I
Everybody.
know what's going on, but the person basically said, "Don't you think the system's broken just because of something like that?" And it's like, I think that might. Let's just hear me out here. We voted or didn't vote. That might just be what we get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we got to fix the system. But can you fix it?
The lifetime thing's a little tough.
Can you fix it?
It's
Yeah,
more-
right. Like what's with the term limits on congressmen? They
everything
have
else.
none. And then the Supreme Court, I think,
It's life.
It's
it's
for
it's
and
life with good, whatever. But
It's life or retirement.
Which is
for
why.
At the same
Which is
time,
like
what
when
was the
one-
reasoning?
when one
I still
dies,
forget that
so
one.
people
because
also
the president gets to appoint the next justice.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Supposedly,
I know
it's,
that.
She's it's for life.
Well,
so,
And the
supposedly
Congress has
it's,
to confirm. But what my
I don't
question
think
is,
does the Congress have to confirm?
Yeah, they do.
Now-
Yeah.
That's the
now
thing. People
announcing the next
forget
Supreme
that they
Court
do a
justice.
confirmation and they can shoot down.
There's still
their
Republicans
thing.
in Congress.
Yeah, that's what people are hoping for. They're like, he can't get it in before the election because then hopefully they can get a strong fucking Congress or a strong House, and then they can shoot it down and be like, no, whatever. The guy you're getting in, he's a piece of shit. Boom, boom, boom. He's done.
it didn't work with Kavanaugh.
Now announcing the next Supreme Court justice, Melania Trump.
They did the old rape accusations on Kavanaugh. I'm not saying that you don't believe him because they did the same thing on
No,
Clarence
like,
Thomas.
I believe
Shit
all
right
women.
But Clarence Thomas went into it like a badass, right? I bet you he did. I wouldn't be surprised. Clarence Thomas went into the whole thing like a badass because he basically has said, "This is the stuff you do when uppity, N-words," he called themselves.
Whoa.
This is what you do to
Relax,
uppity
dude.
black people. He actually went pretty far over the deep end. I don't want to say, but he's like, "This is what you do to uppity black people who decide that they're gonna be something in their lives. When they're gonna be a lawyer and then be a Supreme Court justice." Like, this is what you do. You accuse them of rape, and that's when they had to put the investigation down because it's like,
Whoops.
oh, hey, he just pulled the
Yeah.
card, bro. Like,
pulled
we're
it.
all white up here.
Yeah.
That's a hard
oh,
oopsie doodle on that one.
Yeah, you know what?
Maybe we should have gotten a brother up here to try him with us.
We're
Yeah,
gonna-
we didn't think about that at all.
We're gonna have to adjourn this under the ideas of a whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, I would like to take a mulligan.
Okay, I'd like to file the paperwork for a dang it.
Yeah, sorry,
That's
man.
my bad.
Hey, can anyone prove this guy's at least a little white?
Just a little bit.
No.
Yeah, he's
You
as
know?
white as he is Native American, 0.01%.
I heard he's a Muslim sent to change the
But
country into Vegas.
But that's he had to do that. He had to do that to get confirmed. Like they were like, dude, Biden was one of the guys that tried him in the House.
Keep
Yeah.
fucking with me. I'll tell everyone exactly how racist you are.
I wonder how. Apparently, dude wants to get a woman nominated. Trump wants to get a woman nominated, and
Some nutcase.
There you
I'm waiting for it. Like you got
Melania.
some
That's
ridiculous
will
shit.
get.
Yeah.
He will get that's what he'll try to do. Get like a woman, but like a crazy.
I don't know. I feel like
Republican,
this is
yeah,
the
right-wing
one.
one.
Everybody's
where-
worried about that. Everybody's
This
worried
is
about
the
that.
one where his team's not even gonna be like, no. You don't even get to fucking try Melania because you're just gonna. It's not gonna happen. So just shut up. Just shut up. We're gonna
they'll
tell
find-
you.
They're like, all right,
She'll
we want you to
he'll
write
find-
down the names
We've
of the
let you
people.
have so much fun
He'll
with
just
your
find
tweets.
another. He'll just find another Trump supporting.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's
you know,
like, yeah, I'll
lawyer,
fire
judge-
you
or,
and
I
get
mean,
someone on my
lawyer,
side.
Judge,
I feel like
high
this
court
is,
judge.
I feel like this is
You can
one
get
of
a lawyer
those
to do it.
things where they fucking take him into a fucking room and tell him like, Look, dude, we know you're the president,
Look, you're
but
an asshole.
we're telling you.
We've
who
let
it
you
is.
have
I'm
all your
having a
fun
feeling, yeah.
with your tweets and your fucking.
then you're
You say
hippity-boo.
wacky things. You're so wacky.
You're a wacky
But
guy.
this is the
This is who
thing.
you're
This is
nominating.
this is where we get our guy in.
Yeah, you
the
think
guy
so.
we want in.
But
Yeah.
who knows?
That's true. Yeah.
They
In
fucking-
reality,
It's such a
like
crapshoot right
he
now.
has to stand in front of the country and announce who does it, so they can tell him whatever the fuck they want. I mean,
Yeah, it's such a
what are they really gonna
crapshoot.
do about it?
You see him just fucking announce whoever he wants to announce,
But
and some guy comes
Congress
out
is
of
just
left
keep
field.
shooting.
Stop!
Tackle him! Tackle him!
off! Take the mic away from him. Get the mic away
Cut the
from
mic,
him.
cut the mic.
Cut it.
And
Gotta
for
pull
the
the power
first
out.
time,
That's what I have to say about the war in Vietnam.
and for the first time since 2008, the president will not be giving a speech in front of bulletproof glass.
Oh,
So he gets shot.
Now, what would be the ultimate twist is if he went up there, he's like, for Supreme Court Justice, I nominate Barack Obama.
Oh, they're just smoking like crazy music
Oh,
starts
that's
playing.
Senate.
Bam, you just- Trump, you just see Trump up there. Just fucking, boom, boom, boom,
Little did we know he worked like some secret deal to
what
like
you got, bitches?
do some ridiculous shit, and it's
It's
like, oh, he's the
actually-
good guy now.
It's not so much of a secret deal as it's an Android Obama.
It'd be a fucking turnaround.
Android Obama.
Yeah.
I just have it be Jordan Peele as Obama, but as a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
As a Supreme Court justice, though. So appoint Jordan
Forever in
Peele
his Obama
as
character.
Obama
Yeah.
as a Supreme Court justice.
Constantly making fourth wall jokes about him actually being Jordan Peele.
Yes. Oh, yes. All the time. You know, like when he writes and directs movies.
Just look straight at the camera and be like, "Yeah, I'm Obama." Wink.
I always love those skits, though.
You have Keegan Michael Key's fucking character for those Obama skits. His fucking black guy.
His
character,
security
his
guard?
fucking security guard.
The angry
character,
security guard.
doing that as a fucking Supreme Court justice.
Just have him, yeah, but as the character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keegan
Always
Michael
in
Key as
character.
the angry
You don't ever come
security
out of
guard.
character.
You'll never get out of character.
No.
You will be shot if you come out of
You
character.
will be shot.
forever. For the rest of your life, you're in that character.
What is this, Soviet Russia?
Tim's gonna
In
throw up.
Soviet, right?
Tim's
You
gonna
fucking-
puke.
You see
Already
that
did.
that
Puked in my
dude
mouth
that
a little
Putin
bit.
tried to poison, that like
Puked a little.
poser that Putin tried to poison, he's still alive and
Say that
living
three times fast.
Navali, whatever his name. Yeah.
That poser that Putin tried to poison.
his poser.
That poser
Poozer.
pundit that
Fucking
Putin
poser.
tried to poison.
The poser,
I
Yeah,
can't
apparently
even
that
say
guy's not
one
dead
time
yet.
fast. I had to slow down.
And I feel like I would not be taking pictures. You fucking shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like he's shown you what he can do already.
You know what shut the fuck up mean?
You know you're in Russia, right?
You know you
Like,
drank from a
can
water
disappear
bottle that was
forever
poisoned,
and no
right?
one will ever hear from you again, Russia.
And people will just say, "Oh,
that
well,
could happen
That's
anyway.
Russia.
that's Russia." Yeah, like what do you want me to do?
Rascals.
That's like we have
Russia.
despots doing that in like every other country, and America's like big dick energy. Let's save quote unquote those people from that dictator. And then it's like we'll look at Russia, and it's like, oh no.
Well, no,
No.
The IOC just tried that with Iran like a week ago. They had some dude they were getting ready to execute.
The wrestler.
And the International Olympic Committee's like, yeah, please don't execute him. And that's like every country in the world asking you
yeah.
not to execute somebody. And they decided, let's execute him.
Oh, they said execute. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a thumbs down on that one.
That was them trolling. That was Iran trolling the entire
Don't
like
tell me what
World
to
Athletic
do, Dad.
Organization. Hey, we're gonna execute this wrestler. That's and he wasn't even like a fucking professional wrestler, so to speak. He was like an actual Olympic wrestler.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he didn't. It wasn't like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It wasn't someone cool.
This was
It was
Kurt
some
Angle before
fucking
the
mook.
WWE.
No. Yeah, this is the Kurt Angle of Iran.
Yeah.
About that time. All right, we're gonna have to go to a break right now. What is happening is that Rafter told me to shut up.
Yeah, we're all going to go take a shit together.
One collective shit, yes, in the same bathroom at the same time. It's gonna be difficult, but I think we can do it.
Butt to butt to butt.
You know you want to see it. Go to our OnlyFans, hanging from the rafters.
$62 one-time subscription.
Live.
But that means it is
Yeah, that's what it is,
causing
yeah.
myocarditis in a large amount of people.
Yeah,
Tim, tell them
Penn
so.
State, Dr. Penn State, whoop whoop, Nittany Lions, baby.
But as Bryce was saying, like they're going forward with the season despite these fucking risks fucking increasing
your-
for these kids.
Move it close to your
God
face.
damn it.
35% of them.
Yeah.
Fucking pay them.
The headline says 35% of Big Ten athletes.
Wait. Wait.
positive
What?
for COVID had myocarditis. So again, it's just the athletes of the Big Ten. So that's
Yeah.
several schools. That's Penn State. That's
Yeah.
Iowa State. Or so that's Iowa. You know,
Schools,
fucking
yeah.
Indiana. A bunch of them. You know, Nebraska. There's a bunch of Big Ten schools. I
Basically,
think there's
what
12.
that's saying in this pool
Which is funny.
of physically active, healthy individuals that have tested positive for COVID, 35% of them now have myocarditis.
But
And
Well,
none
you
of them are. Hey,
guys-
the best part is that none of them are
These are
really
healthy
like
people.
they're not
You guys are
25 yet.
dicks, and you're being inconsiderate of
Yeah,
these
and they
NCAA
don't-
owners who make billions of dollars
yeah.
every year. They might lose some of those billions of dollars.
Think about this: the SEC
They don't
as a
want
conference. You know, your Floridas, your Miamis. You know, all those schools. Georgia, Alabama, Roll Tide. They have their own television network, so they were able to drop, you know, all those other companies, NBC, ESPN. They have their own television
I think my
network.
parents paid for the OU one.
It's
they
like,
paid $50 to watch the game the other
That's
week.
like
But that's probably not
the-
owned by the school. It might be owned by the conference,
yeah,
if
it's
anything.
probably a conference.
But even then, that's becoming more and more. It's becoming more and more prevalent. So these motherfuckers are like in the SEC and Alabama, all this, LSU. They're all like, hey, yeah, by the way, like we're playing ball.
Yeah.
we're fucking
You
not
guys-
losing that money.
Yeah,
You
you
know
guys
what a
can
football
tune.
factory is, bro?
You guys can tune in and air commercials and make money too if you want. But if
You can
not,
also have
we're
your
still
son
gonna
or
do
daughter
it.
join some of our teams and die.
Jesus.
People
You know?
want this shit.
It's embarrassing, dude. Like the Penn State schools, the Big Ten schools. I like Penn State. Sorry, those schools are like pretty old and like you have a lot of like history behind all of them, and you're just taking these kids like and shitting on them, man,
Yeah.
and then you make them play and everything through injury
they're old.
and
Gross.
whatever. But
Gross.
dude,
Old
like
balls.
pay these guys. Now you're gonna make
balls.
them get sick and get heart conditions. Like,
They're
that's
making
fucking
you-
ridiculous.
They're already getting
They're
CTE.
making you.
Oh, yeah.
They're making you hundreds of millions, if not billions, of dollars a year.
But that's the thing. You
and
fucking
you can't pay them
you
thousands.
inconsiderate
For real.
douchebags don't understand they might lose some of that billions
wanted
of
more
dollars. And
money.
I want. If I'm a fucking owner, I want that billions of dollars, motherfucker.
dollars though.
If we start paying our employees, what's the next step?
What do
Yeah,
I have
oh,
to
I know,
pay
right? Give them
them?
Slippery
vacation
slope.
time.
What is this minimum wage bullshit? Get over yourself. I'll give you $1 and you'll fucking deal with it.
Stop being a bitch and raise your family. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps.
That's
My
it.
daddy gave me
Company
$100
policy,
million,
stop being a bitch.
and I bought a football team, and I
small
pulled myself
loan.
up on bootstraps.
Small loan of $1 million.
Small loan of $1 million. Can I borrow $1 million before you leave tonight, Bryce?
Just straight
Yeah.
up though.
straight up
Like
cash.
just, hey, or maybe even in installments of 100,000.
no.
You go ahead, try.
No, I want it all.
No, not even close,
no,
dude.
no.
I
I
will
want-
give you 100,000. Like, whoa, you wouldn't be. You'd have to be like for 2 cents a day. You
I'm
can,
robbing you.
You can sponsor Austin Rafter
For $2 million.
for the
you can
price of a
sponsor
cup of
Austin
coffee on a
Rafter.
Saturday
Lolo.
afternoon while the opera singer fucking sings her last.
For the low, low
Blowjob
price
on
of
your
$2
balls.
million.
For just 10 cents a day, you too can support Tim Morris.
It's like you were saying though with the GoFundMe's people have. We're like, hey, cash out me $10. I need to get Burger King.
Yeah.
That's money.
What?
Well, no, my favorites are the ones that are just like, can somebody please cash at me?
Yeah.
It with no explanation as to why.
Yeah, it's like either you
Just-
have a
just
porn site or
only
you don't.
works
And
for
I'm
women.
asking you right now: are you putting things in
Get
your
a
ass?
goddamn OnlyFans.
Seriously, if some dude puts that on there, you give the guy money? Unless he's like a really good friend.
Yeah.
And even
No,
then,
no
you did
fucking
it,
way.
Tim.
Only
Even
women.
then-
That only works for women.
even then,
I don't-
fucking,
Grow
what do you need
tits.
this for?
You gotta have like cancer or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gotta be something
You gotta
bad.
have cancer, Tim. Maybe
Yeah, if
think
you-
about
Why
it.
don't you go
Cancer.
get some? Can you go some down to the store?
Yeah,
Some
who's
dude
funny
Buy a
I
now?
bag of
know,
cancer for all of us?
Some dude I know from my old job fucking messaged me on Facebook the other day. He's like, "Hey, can I have $50?" And I didn't know who it was at first because it wasn't his name. It was like some made up fucking name. It's like, who is this? And he's like, "Oh, it's so and so." I'm like,
New phone, who
"From
it is?
where?" I was like, "I don't know a fucking."
There's no reason I'm
so-and-so."
gonna give you $50.
He's like,
Fuck.
it's so and so from fucking this company. I was like, I just fucking stopped responding. I'm like,
Yeah, I
who
think-
the fuck is? Why are you asking me for $50?
I wouldn't
barely
even
know
have
you.
responded to that. Hey man, I got borrowed $50. This is not my mom, my sister, my anything. It's like this is who the fuck, Like
Well, I just want to know. I was like, who the fuck is this person asking me for money?
that's what I
was
mean. I wouldn't even
curious.
bother, man. They're not gonna tell you. I get
He
this,
he did tell me, and I just decided.
I get this
fuck
call from a different number each time, and I've told the guy to take me off his list, but it doesn't
They're all
matter.
me.
He calls. He's like, "Hello, is the head of the
refrigerator
household available?" And he does the
My
he
mom's
does that.
not home.
Hello, Hello, is it? Am I listening to a recording?
My mom's not home.
Every time he calls from now on, you should just be like, he's in the shower.
He's upstairs taking a bath.
My
Just act
dad's
like
in
you're
the shower. I gotta go.
Talk to you when he's out.
It's like your shit house. You need coffee so I can drive home.
Huh?
Wait.
Hello?
Just,
Who are you?
Just answer the phone and be like, Grandpa?
Who is this? This is Marv Albert.
Who is this?
Stop calling here, Bill.
You ever seen a Marlin?
You ever seen him, Arlen?
Just come out with violent threats. Bill, if you ever fucking call here again, I'm going to come over to your house and kick you square in
Bill,
the
I
goddamn
will fucking
teeth.
end you.
I
be
will
done,
skull
Bill.
fuck you,
I
Bill.
will fucking skull fuck you.
I'll gouge out your
Oh my
eyes
God,
and
there's a door
skull
opening in the
fuck
distance.
you.
Somebody's here.
And
Who
it's
is it?
Jerome. Come on down.
He lives here. It's okay.
I don't know, we're doing
N-word
things.
offend you?
We're doing things.
Hey.
Doing
That's
stuff
great. I
okay.
like how there's an announcement on the show for that. That's the best part.
Yeah.
So everybody
Anyone who
knows now
walks
that
in
Jerome
gets
is home.
announced.
He's safe, and we're glad that he's back.
By the way,
bless
we're
America.
doing this in a house.
Well, no.
Yes. We're definitely doing this in a house in the
On the
middle
street.
of
Our
Russia.
house.
Yeah, our studio
in the
burned
middle of
down
our
in the
street.
recent California
Was that about
fires.
homeless
Yes.
people?
Please go fund us.
Yes.
Was our house in the middle of
from
the
Rebels
street just
Podcast
about
at
being
gmail.com.
homeless? Is
Yeah,
that the song
it was a
about
homeless
just,
anthem.
just like
Our
a fucking
house,
song for homeless
Wherever
people?
I could put this box down.
In the middle of the street.
Actually, I wrote it about living in an RV.
Yeah, fucking
In
Tim
the middle
wrote
of the
it.
street, that's dangerous. You probably
Yeah,
get
it's probably
wrecked.
get
You might get hit by an 18-wheeler.
I keep getting hit
Hey,
while
you
I'm
know what?
sleeping in the middle of the
I
night.
was
Honestly,
able-
anything in the middle of the street.
I
would
was
seem
able
like a
to
good
write
idea.
and record a song before I got hit.
That's
so I'd say
beautiful.
I
Which
did
sounds
pretty
like
good.
Talk about
Weed.
living where I am right
Smells
now.
like pot.
Smells like good
I
weed.
get really high each day. So I can't think of the end of this song, man. I need help.
Spit it out.
That's how it got. It started here, like our house in the middle of our.
Cooking meth in the middle of the
Cooking
street.
No, that doesn't sound right. Let's see. Our house in the middle of our cooking. No, it's not right. Maybe if I did like cooking.
Did no one? No
in
one
the
said like
middle.
in the middle of the street.
Like I get the idea. It's supposed
shit,
to,
dude.
It's
Oh, you're in the. You're halfway.
yeah,
like,
the,
you're
the
like-
idea he's
but
just
they're,
trying,
like, right
he's
there?
going like spot by spot. He's like our house on the right side of the street. No, that doesn't sound right. Our house, one from the right side of our street. Damn it! I'm not getting
next
it.
to the
Something's
lake and
wrong.
on
How about the middle? You're a fucking genius.
Got
I
it.
like this.
It
Get
makes-
over here.
You know what? It
Get
makes
over
no
here.
goddamn sense, but it sure sounds good.
And I didn't like on the lake, on the lake by the beach. It didn't sound right to me. So middle of our street. Yeah, I
That's
like
true.
that.
That
I
was
just I didn't even think about that. It might be like there's 7 houses and they're the 4th one.
like,
I was thinking like they're in the middle of the street in traffic.
yeah, see, that's
shit
what
is
that's
going
exactly.
on.
That's exactly. I could only ever think of like literally a cardboard box in the middle of the fucking
I was
road,
thinking something like
and I
that.
assumed it was a homeless anthem. And he's mumble rapping it too. He's like if I remember the fucking chorus is just him, or the fucking verse is just
Yeah, it's really raw. I
Our
like it. It's
house,
visceral.
and he's just fucking mumbling. So it's like a homeless guy who's lost his mind, and at the very end he's like,
I thought
"I
they
fucking hate this house in the middle of the street."
I thought it
That's
was
why
like a
you gotta
5-lane
think
street.
outside the box.
I thought it was like a 5-lane
I-
street, and he built the
Right
house
back
in the
to the
middle
box.
of
I like
the
it.
lanes.
I would always think of my house, the street in front of my house, and it's just a homeless guy in the middle of my street,
see,
just
taking
fucking
a shit.
sleeping
and
in a
that-
box
that's-
every night.
And
He's
that,
been run over 6, 7 times.
that's your privileged opinion from growing up living in
Oh,
a
yeah.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sack of shit. You had a bed
Your
too.
privilege is showing.
Let me guess. Let me
Yeah.
guess.
Your
You
house
had
privilege
food in
is
your
showing.
refrigerator at some
What?
point.
Food.
I bet
You had
you didn't get
food.
raped every night and
Yeah.
murdered.
I imagine you probably were lucky enough to be raped by your father. Now,
Food.
Food.
your privilege is
food.
showing,
The
sir.
food.
It's a food.
Tina,
Yeah, I'll
fat
bet you had
lard.
a fucking blanket too.
Come get your dinner.
Tina, you fat lard, come eat your dinner.
Because
food.
I
Yeah,
fucking
food's
love
on the ground.
the when he shocks himself with the time machine at the very end. He's like, "Oh, it hurts. I could have told you that." His fucking brother let him do it anyway.
He's all, hey man, that hurt. You know what?
He
Fuck
already
it. I'm not
fucking
going down
knew.
alone.
Like,
That movie was such a sneaking. I remember when we saw that with Diego and shit. He like got us in for free that night because he was working.
I think
for
I-
later.
Allegedly.
I remember we got him in
Free.
trouble. Me and my sister got him in
Free.
trouble. You guys were going to see like a rated R movie that like I wanted to go, but it was like we can't bring fucking 10-year-old Lindsay to this fucking movie, and so he brings us over to this other side. And the idea was he would just walk up, say what's up to the guy who's like taking tickets, and we'd walk to the movie. But we didn't understand that, so we
sat
walked
there
up
and waited,
stood
didn't you?
there with. he's like, what the fuck? Like you're supposed
Well,
to
no,
go, which he didn't say anything. We're little kids. You should fucking say something maybe to us and let us
He got
know.
fired
Of course,
for it.
yeah, it's Diego, so he doesn't explain shit.
And
ahead
so
of
like
time.
he was like, yeah, they're just gonna go see this movie, and like the guy was like, okay, you're not supposed to do that. And like we walked away. He walked over to you guys, and watched the movie with you.
Wow, no, see, if I'm Diego and you guys have already fucked that up, I'm turning around and go, what the fuck are you guys doing? Go buy your tickets.
But we're fucking what with no money?
I don't care.
They're
Like,
children.
I'm not fucking going down
Because you're a
with you.
monster, Tim. You're a psycho.
You're a fucking
pretty sure-
sociopath, Tim.
I'm pretty sure when we saw Talladega Nights, we also went. We saw RV right after.
Oh yeah. There was no one. There
Robin
was.
Williams
There,
You know
there
what?
was
and
no one.
Curtis like threw his shoes because there was
Yeah.
nobody in there.
We were throwing all kinds of shit. 'Cause There's no
remember-
one in there.
I remember when
just
Jackass
us.
2
For a
came
piece
out,
of
I think
shit
it was.
movie, RV was
When
great.
Jackass 2 first came out, we went there, and like of course every kid and his mother is buying a ticket for another movie and then going to see Jackass because no one's parents letting them go see that if you're not old enough.
Yeah, I was
And
lucky.
so we walked
was
in.
I had an odd mom.
I remember we walked in the
like-
fucking the movie theater.
My stepdad, I want to say that. Let's let him talk.
Fucking
Shut up. Put your headphones on.
put your head.
Turn my head.
Put your glasses on. Fucking,
Fucking glasses
we,
on, Tim.
we walk into the theater and it is fucking so packed. There's like at least 60 people standing to watch the movie, and I think halfway through they came in and like loudly announced that like most of you need to get out of here. This movie theater is way too packed. It's a huge fire fucking code violation.
We only sold 5 tickets.
Fucking Diego
Well,
let
we
like
sold out,
45
but-
people in on opening night. He's like, it'll be fine. I remember we went and saw RV because he was over there getting fired because he let James and his other friend. Like we were gonna go see the movie that James went into, but it was like a newer movie. And so, like, as we're walking over there, I see James, his girlfriend, and Diego stand there, and the manager is yelling at Diego.
Oh my god!
Wait, was this the same night
And-
as
No,
this? Okay.
we went to see RV because of that.
Yeah. Okay.
We were seeing some. I think the movie was Talladega. I don't know what it was. Something opening, like it was a new movie. And that's why, like,
I feel like that was one because
Ooh,
I have an
shit,
imprint
dude.
on that one hard.
we got fucked up. It might have been that. I don't know.
It doesn't
probably
matter. It doesn't matter.
RV probably came out around the same time, maybe.
That, I associate those two together.
I
don't-
still
don't
I
know.
love that.
Yeah, and there
he-
was no one in there. We were
I love
throwing
that
shit.
he let you guys in. You got to not only go in and see the movie, but you then got to turn around and watch him get fired for letting somebody
It
else
was the
in.
best.
Like,
We're all walking up like it's like 4 or 5 of us. Come walking up as a group, and like you see him there, and you're like, "Oops!" And we turn, and we just
Oopsie
duck
daisy.
into the nearest one. It was RV, and there was no
guess
one
we're
in there.
watching this.
Like, hey, we're watching this. And then it opens with that fucking erotic asphyxiation scene where his fucking he
yeah.
catches his son
Oh
doing
no,
that.
you're thinking of World's Best Dad.
Yeah, that's a totally
That's
different.
No,
the
no,
one-
I'm
it's
wrong.
Rooney
You're wrong.
with,
That's a way
Shut up.
different
Rooney-
movie.
It was
Rooney
RV.
It wasn't even not that part. You got a part
The,
mixed
mo-
up.
the
I
movie
got it
he's
mixed
thinking
up.
of, Bryce has a confused look at his face. It's the movie he's thinking of, it's Rooney or Junie from.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what that
from-
movie
what's it
is.
called?
It
Spy
wasn't that
Kids.
movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't that movie. It was RV. It was much more family
I like
Yeah,
friendly.
he's definitely thinking
I
of
like
World's
the
Greatest
movie.
Dad.
He jacks himself to death.
That's
He
the
walks
point,
in on
sort
some
of.
like fucking choking and he's fucking jacking off.
Hey, how
RV had that
How
girl with the
different-
big titties, and then the little boy one.
Cat.
like a
Yeah,
wigger.
cat.
Who's the girl with the big,
Den-
She's like a famous
Oh,
girl,
Kat
whatever.
Dennings.
Hey,
No.
The girl from 40 Year
It
Old Virgin?
wasn't. It was like
No?
she has like a rapper name. It's a single name. She's like a R&B singer from that time. She's
Whatever.
Oh,
we all
now.
She's
jerked
like
off
our
to her.
age.
It's all
Probably
good.
Asha. I just made that up.
How different
like a
of a
dog's
movie
name.
would RV have been if it did open up with his
With
son
the
just
fucking
jerking off while he had himself?
Whoa!
And they just
And-
went on the vacation
and it's
anyways.
fucking, and it's Robin Williams doing it.
Right,
too.
yeah, I say young
He
Robin
gets
Williams.
shot.
JoJo.
JoJo.
Young
Yeah,
Robin
yeah.
Williams would be
JoJo,
down.
the idiot circus boy.
JoJo, the idiot circus boy.
Yeah,
My
fuck-
pretty new pet, or his,
And I farm it, and I dash it, and I.
and my dog shit.
Oh God!
And I go.
I killed it.
Man, you are sick.
You're sick.
You know what? I'll fire up those wings for you. She's probably like, oh, this guy's crazy. He might flip out and
He
kill
might
everyone
kill
in here.
all of us if I don't.
Large.
He
Yeah,
asked for
I ain't
wings,
dying
and
to
then
do
went
some
into
wings.
this crazy rant. He might murder me.
I'm not willing to die over some wings today.
They
thanks.
made it seem like he sold
Yeah,
it. I
no,
feel like it just scared her.
I'll
Yeah, I
have
think
a
it
I'll have
scared
a
the shit
Diet
out of her.
Coke, please.
Helen,
have a
I'll come
Diet
back
Coke.
there and kill everyone. Make me wings.
He also did the serial killer thing. Helen, what's your name? And she's like, Helen. Helen, you look like a Helen. It's like, I might murder you, Helen.
Yep, nope, that's probably true.
The
Yes,
young
sir.
boy in
If
RV
anybody-
was from.
If anybody that doesn't need to know your name asks your name, they're a serial killer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From
Jeff
the,
Hutchinson or
what's
something
his
like
name?
that. The kid from fucking
the Hunger Games
Hunger
movies.
Games, yeah.
That's
Queer
great.
Games.
I don't know who you're talking about.
If you're getting your groceries and the guy bagging your groceries asks your name, he's a serial killer.
Is this
So,
happening
what's your name?
often?
We're gonna have. Can we please have like 45 minutes of silence for Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Oh, we're coming back to that?
You?
Yeah, we're wrapping back around to it. Guys, you've been listening to Hanging from the Rafters podcast. We're gonna take 45 minutes of
I'm gonna
silence.
sing a sad Ruth Bader Ginsburg
I'm just kidding.
song.
Go ahead.
Ruth Bader.
What-
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Please.
Don't ever see.
Sorry, that wasn't a good, well-timed
He's a
sneeze,
fucking
unfortunately.
motherfucker.
believe
There is no such thing as one, though.
There is.
Did you catch me looking at the light?
Speaking
Catch
of
you slipping.
wrapping it up before we do
Wrap it
finish,
down.
Fucking, we'll share this. It's fucking, it's just like the fucking autistic ones, but it's not.
I can't hear you in my headphones, but I don't.
Oh
think that
god
matters.
damn it!
So
I'm having
Tim is
trouble
going to
here.
read us another ballad by
By
people
a fucking stupid
that
person.
might be
Yeah.
stupid.
So this is actually somebody that most of us went to high school with.
Oh, that's cool.
So they
Three of
they,
them.
I know a
they
celebrity.
posted this. It says, "Had a nightmare that I witnessed Breonna Taylor's murder. I woke up crying. I don't understand how they've done everything but prosecute the officers. God damn it, you did not have a
Once
fucking
again, I don't think that happened.
Yeah.
I don't think you had this. Maybe you had a murder nightmare. Maybe that happened.
And then,
But
you
then I think
associate
you
with
woke
that.
up and then you saw something like a association fucking like a post about BLM on Facebook. And you're like, oh, I think
can
I
get in
saw
on this.
Breonna Taylor murder
It's
last
all
night.
people are thinking about right now.
Which
it really is.
at the same time, under that ideal, I'm reading a lot of comics. I've been having weird fucking like superhero like nightmares and shit. It's fucking me up. So it could have actually happened for
You
all,
ever-
and I
you
might
ever
be
get
a
the
motherfucker
punching?
here.
You ever get the punching
No,
when
but
you're
I
trying to do
don't.
it?
I don't believe that you had that vivid of a nightmare that you know exactly who was murdered in it.
No.
Yeah,
I
so
think
you
you
couldn't
name the-
associate it.
Could never
is
name the
what you do.
people.
Just say
yeah.
you care about this thing. Make your post and move on. Don't make up stupid stories. Like,
I feel like though that like people have been driven to that, so that's all it really comes down to is everybody just wants to like seem like they're genuinely helping.
I
and
guess.
they
I guess
don't do
the
anything,
ideal
so
of
they
it,
do
which at the
stuff
same
like
time,
that.
we're kind of assholes here because the ideal of it is a good thing. Is that like they're trying to help?
Absolutely.
But some people aren't trying to help. You're just trying to make this about you.
But
yeah,
yeah,
and
you're
that's
finding
how
a way
this
to-
is
you're
ridiculous.
finding
and
a way
that's how I feel
through-
about it is you're not trying to help. You're just trying to fucking get yourself included.
Yeah,
like.
through the lie of that I'm helping, I'm an ally. I'm really just trying to make this as much as I can about me, how this makes me feel, and it hurts me.
Yeah, we make too much of a deal of like everything nowadays. Even on this side of things, like everybody hates everything now.
Everybody's
cool?
fucked and everybody's fucking. And on
Yeah.
that note, we're gonna end this bitch, huh?
Yeah, I guess we're just talking about how we were feeling about stupid shit. And now we'll get back to actually being alive. So we're gonna go party.
We're gonna party it up.
Well, you got a song lined up?
Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got Juju eyeball, he won holy roller. He got head down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. Come together right now over me. Should-a-doodle-doodle-doo.